Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Going Full Otaku, episode 4. Today, joining me is the man of mystery himself, Tim EgoBoost.
How's it going?
Also joining us, his ass is his own zip code, but he's still so very, very cute, Wabi-Kun.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
And of course, I am Don Mantore. And today, we really don't have a whole lot to talk about, mostly because nobody did any research except for one or two of us.
One of us.
The rest of us just got high.
I don't get high.
No one gets high in this year. We don't know what you're talking about.
What is hot?
And also because it's the 4th of July weekend, so we really don't want to do shit. Except get plastered. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the discussion right now. And if you have anything that you want us to discuss, don't be afraid to go ahead and email us at ERJProductions with a Z at the end at hotmail.com. Or you can go ahead and comment down in the comment sections below. You go ahead and like us on Facebook and tell us there.
And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at EgoBoost.
I don't think they heard that.
Oh, well, they know.
They know?
They know.
They should also follow Wabi-Kun on Twitter because he's amazing. He's a really cool guy. I wonder who that is.
Wow, I didn't know that most of these guys had a Twitter. Okay.
Oh, wow. You didn't know how to Twitter. 100 followers and you know?
100 followers.
Twitter famous.
Twitter famous. 100 followers. These Twitter famous people.
Hashtag Twitter famous.
Wait, are you going to look them up? No. Alrighty. First thing on our discussion today, there's a new Twitter out there, ladies and gentlemen, called Moms Against Video Games, I believe.
Well, I have not heard anything about this. Let's hear about this.
No, this has been like a thing before. This isn't like brand new.
Well, it's a parody Twitter page where basically it's a soccer moms and soccer dads against video games, and it's really funny.
Can you give me the site?
Twitter.
Twitter?
Yeah, it's at Twitter.
It's on Twitter? Yeah.
At
Twitter?
Oh, God. See what I have to work with, people? Basically, it's just... how can I say this? How can I explain this? It's a parody page, of course. Don't take it seriously if you go and, follow it.
Moms Against?
Yeah, Moms Against Twitter. It's really funny because
Against gaming?
Yeah, it was the first thing that popped up.
Yeah. Same here. Okay.
And here, just go ahead and give it a look. But here's a question I kind of want to have for everybody. What do we think of parody?
Hold on, this one says, we have a new game for all of you. It's called Get a Job. And everybody wins. The moms.
Yeah.
It's basically, how do I explain what this account is? It's a parody, like I said, it's a parody account, so don't take it too seriously. If you end up fighting it, don't end up flagging it or anything. It's just out there to have some good fun and, kind of make light. Yeah, kind of make light of all the video games and all that shit that's going on.
If you show up to an MLG event and boycott, you will get raped. That's what this page says.
This is terrible. Just going through some of this is kind of bad.
I don't know, I kind of like parody pages like this, but do you think that some people get the joke?
Yes, I think everybody should get this joke. This page is hilarious. But some people probably look at it and are like, wow, these people are serious.
Yeah, because there are a lot of serious pages out here that are just such stupid.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But do you think anybody will get the joke if they show up just to look at the page?
I don't know. Probably will. Probably not.
From what I've seen, some people seem in on the joke, and a lot of people are not on the joke. They're sending threats and everything, which honestly does not make gamers look good. This page is quote unquote saying that video games are bad and cause bad behavior in people. Well, if you go to this page and you start cussing them out, are you really doing anything to help the point?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people probably take it serious unless they actually start going through these and reading some of these tweets. This is funny.
I think it's just the person you are. You have to really, how you interpret everything.
There's some serious shit on here. Look at this. We don't like to get political, because sometimes a politician, a true hero, rises, who is noble,
who is too noble
to ignore. There you go. The moms.
The moms. Now, is this a page you're all going to be...
I'll follow right now.
You'll follow it? All right.
I'm already following it now. read like 3 posts that was hilarious, and it's pretty good.
Like here's what some people said. Like,
oh my God, no! We're not gonna follow any of those people. I'm telling you that right now. Alright, but if you would like to check out the Moms Against Video Game Twitter page, there will be a link in the description below. And also go ahead and tell us what you think in the comments below as well, whether or not, you get the joke or not. And any other parody pages you think that we might be interested in. Alright, do we have anything else we want to discuss right now?
Over video games?
Well, we can move right on into our video game section. And Wabi-Kun has something here he's very excited about.
Well, I'm not so much excited about it. I'm it's just very interesting that Razer, the computer company slash computer accessory company, has come out and said with Google that they are going to create their own gaming console. This happened last week on the 25th, which was last Wednesday, when we got delayed.
Several times.
Yeah, several. After coming out of the press conference, the co-founder of Razer stated that this is the console of the future. What it's looking like, I don't think this is the actual picture, but it's just like a square block. Something really special about it.
As I'm looking at it right now, it kind of looks like the Apple TV box.
well, hold on. So they're in cahoots with Google with this?
Yes.
Which means you have to sign up for Google Plus to have an account.
I don't believe it will be on Google Plus.
Honestly, I think it's pretty cool. We get another gaming system. I hope it's good. It's probably going to be kind of a.
But here, is it time for somebody new to jump into the gaming console business right now?
I think it'll be cool. Even if it fails, it's still something new.
Yeah, it's still different. They even say in this article, even as PS4 and Xbox One duke it out for dominance in what we'll know called the high-end gaming console space, or formerly just the console space, the small competitors from big companies are jumping into the ring. There's Amazon TV Fire, which have you guys heard of that?
I haven't heard anything from Amazon, no.
Okay, and now this. We can assume that the next version of Apple TV will include some sort of gaming
capacity.
Sorry,
we're sorry, folks. English is not his first language.
That word. Capability, there you go. There's also Oya, poor Oya.
Yeah, I was about to say, does anybody remember the Oya?
No.
I think it was 2-3 years ago. There was a new gaming console coming out by these folks. They started their own parent company and they decided we're going to jump into the new console games. This was around the time that the Xbox 360 and I think the PS3 were going at it. They had just been out for a couple of years, and we had decided we're going to jump into it right now, and we're going to allow for full compatibility with almost any retro games.
Yeah.
Allowed you to, I believe, live stream and record and post any videos that you would make with your games, and a bunch of other crap. And where's the Wii U right now?
Obviously nowhere, but this thing...
It's not being sold in shelves. I think you have to go onto the website to order it yourself.
If this thing is cheap enough, and it does what it's supposed to do, I might pick it up.
Okay.
I just bought a Razer keypad, and it's amazing. And he has a mouse. They light up with their real nice. So I'm a fan.
Yeah, I also have a Razer keypad and mouse. I kind of like the headset, but a little bit too expensive for me. They say near the end that they're not really.
We're not gonna see.
Google's more looking for the gaming side, the Amazon Fire TV. They're looking for more just the entertainment. They focus more on, let's show TV and you can play a game if you want. Not you're playing games and maybe if you want you can watch TV. I think it's kind of going into the direction that people wanted, but it's not going into the direction that a lot of the new people are going into.
Okay, but is there a chance that we're going to see this in stores? Are we going to see AAA game titles come out for it, for digital download? What's everything looking like for this thing?
Well, they haven't really said anything. Razer's come out and said that they do like the high-end gaming community. They really follow up on all the PC stuff, all the console games that are coming out, all the major titles. They have really just focused on, they want to be the gamers happy. They don't want to fall flat on how they want their customer service to be.
Okay, so I'm guessing that with this game console, it's gonna be digital download because it doesn't look like there's any place for a disc to go in.
Yeah.
So that means they're probably gonna throw in like old games, like
Next generation.
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, if you don't have to, like, I think eventually they'll just stop selling discs. You can buy everything from the marketplace.
Still for $60?
Well, I mean, eventually, yeah, you can't get it used, but I mean, just wait. Eventually, I think it'll be like that. You won't be able to buy anything from stores anymore. I think everything's just gonna be online.
I think that's basically what the companies are trying to do right now because they want to shut down all those secondhand stores like GameStop and any of the mom and pop stores because they lose money from that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, because they don't get anything from the resale value that GameStop does, so they lose money out on if a person gets a copy and then they sell it back. The new guy they're not getting the money off of the new guy that isn't buying the full price game. They're buying it used for maybe even if it's just $5 off. They're still not giving anything to the gaming company that made the game.
Okay, now let's go back to the Razer real quick. And I'm trying to think of something here that we could probably. I mean, does it have a controller or anything? Do we have any?
They just have announced it. Like, there's not a lot that's going on with that. They just said that here it is. Here's for you guys. Right now, you guys have this, and you guys.
And we have no specs or anything for this machine. So
we just know that Razer's trying to aim towards the gaming console.
All right. Well, here is this the time then to jump in to the gaming console business? Because even though everything right now is basically going the way of the PCs, where the machines are just getting better and faster and stronger, but not as strong as a PC. They're getting close, but they're not even.
Well, the problem with PC, you have to constantly update for new games. Like, you might have like a godly PC that one week, new title comes out with new specs. Well, your PC's crap. You can't run that game as well as everyone else, so you have to upgrade your PC again. With consoles, you don't actually have to do that. Your console's got to be good, like consistently throughout the days that they bring out games until you get a new console.
And this might be like an in-between type deal too, like the median right in between, you know. It's going by Google and Razer, which is all, you know, computer stuff making this console. If it's affordable and, you know, the games are good and it picks up, then yeah, I think it'll do really well.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and keep an eye on that. Go ahead and tell us in the comment section below or email us at ERJProductions with the Z at hotmail.com. What do you guys think of the announcement by Razer that they're going to jump into the gaming console business? And if you think it's a good idea for them to jump in right now. Alright, moving on. Ladies and gentlemen, have we played any video games lately?
Not anything new.
Not anything new? What have you been doing?
Halo 4.
Halo 4? Are you getting ready for Halo 5 to drop and everything?
Definitely, I'm pumped. I love Halo. Bronson the other day came over and he tried to play me when we were at Gabe's barbecue, and he got 1 kill on me out of like 30.
So better than that.
I mean, and like Gabe, like the second round me and Gabe played, I beat him by like 25 points or something like that. He got like he got 7 out of 30 or something. But so yeah, I'm a fan of Halo.
All right. Wabi-Kun, anything that you've been playing recently?
I've been playing a lot. It's really fun. I'm kind of mad that they went the Steam route, where you have to hook up with Steam, but it's whatever. I guess that's them getting bigger with the game. It just came out beta about 2 weeks ago. I'm not going to talk about this a while back, but due to
Well, what is Nether?
It's amazing.
Yes, it is amazing. Basically, it's a survival type game.
It takes place in a post-apocalyptic wasteland, such as like Fallout and things like that.
Yeah, I think that's why Tim really likes it. He likes the Fallout series. Basically, it's just a survival in post-apocalyptic type of world. The things following you are called Nether. You have I actually don't know the official name. Like, I haven't really been keeping up with it. But you do have your gargoyles. You have your screamers, which are kind of like your witches from Left 4 Dead. You also have just your normal crawlers, which are just your basic like type of deal that just run after you. I'm actually trying to find it. Oh, here we go.
So the basis of the game is just to survive as long as you can.
Yes, but the deal with it is, and a lot of people don't like this. The deal with it is that every time you die, you have to restart. So all the weapons you were holding on to that time, you lose. You lose all of your levels. But there are two different types of leveling in the game. There is your normal leveling, which is as you kill stuff or as you deliver packages, you can level up that way. The other leveling system is your character level, which actually is something totally out of the way that you cannot lose. As you live on and as you gain experience, you will get a percentage of that experience put into your character level, and you'll gain bonuses for your character. So I finally actually found all the nether. All the nethers are the lost, which are people call the normal nether. Crawlers, which I have gone over. Shriekers, which are the witches. Golems, which are like golems in the dead way. Or chargers. Chargers. Hunters are kind of like guys that will open up their body and just spit at you, so kind of like spitters. Watchers are, as they say, watchers. And the Reaper is the big boss nether, which you go kill. And Mantis is the gargoyle that flies. So it's so there's quite a bit of different type of nether. There's multiple guns. You get your melee weapon, you get your secondary weapon, you get your main weapon. Secondary weapon type deal is like a Uzi, pistol. Melees can range from all the way from a kitchen knife to a katana. So you can get like a bat, a crowbar, all that good stuff if you really wanted to. You can craft weapons. As you deliver packages or as you kill things, you'll get gold. And they also have survival bonuses, which will get you gold. But that can let you get clothing, so you can customize your character more. So that's really cool. So you don't have to. Not everything's I have to buy from the main site in order to do all this. No, playing through the game you can gain a lot. And so it's really fun. I highly advise you check it out, just because it's like finally complete. The map used to be really small when I first started, and now it's like 3 times the size.
Okay, where does the game take place?
Chicago or something like that.
Yeah, I think it is actually Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay, alrighty. Anything else that you've been playing? Anything?
No, nothing else is important right now.
Nothing else. According to him, nothing else is important. Okay.
There's no big game.
There's other players throughout the world, that you can fight. Yeah. And if you see them, you're gonna either fight them or get fucked up. That's how I see it. So unless you're running around with your buddies.
And I don't have any buddies.
And you can spend real money in there to buy like cool accessories and hats and gas masks and things of that.
Well, you don't have to. It's like
it just looks cool.
Yeah.
It's extras. What DLC should be.
Yeah. I agree.
Alright. Well, let's see. For me, I've been jumping on my 360 a lot more now. I just finished Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Good?
How was it?
It was actually pretty nice. I actually like the story and everything, and it's fun to just run around, be a pirate, and blow shit up.
Makes sense.
I was a little confused, and I was like, okay, he's a Kenway. Okay, so does that mean he's related to Connor in some way? Like, is this further along? And then I kind of, I went back to my history buffs, and they were like, no, this happened during this time, and this happened at a different time. So at the end, when I finally got to it, I was like, oh, so this is Connor's grandfather that we're seeing. Okay, that's nice. Okay, now I understand where he gets the ship and everything.
Very cool.
And actually, as I was playing near the end, Wabi-Kun walks in and he sees me playing Assassin's Creed 4, and he's like, "Where's Desmond? Aren't you supposed to be Desmond?" Because the entire game outside of actually being the assassin is that you're walking around in first person, which was different.
Yeah.
And once you get out of the Animus, you're a first person, and basically you've been hired by Abstergo Industries to test out the game and everything and stuff like that, and you go along through this adventure. Well, Wabi-Kun looks at me and goes, "Well, where the hell is Desmond?" I go, "Desmond died a game ago."
Yeah.
And he's like, "What? No way." So of course I go into the audio files, because that's my biggest thing, is going and scavenging for all this shit.
Yeah.
And I pull up Desmond's dead file that Abstergo had on him, and there's Wabi-Kun just sitting there like, "What the fuck? When the fuck did this happen?" Because unfortunately, Wabi-Kun here did not finish Assassin's Creed 3.
Well, I actually never played Assassin's Creed 3. It's actually, what was the one right before it?
That would probably either be Revelations.
Revelations. I finished Revelations in 12 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe less. Like 100% completed it like that quickly. I was like, I'm not gonna play the shit out of this game. I didn't even buy the game. Don bought the game, and he was at work the next day. I was like, you know what? I'm playing this game. So I played it, got everything. He came home. I was like, hey, I finished the game. Do you want me to spell it for you? He wasn't even like halfway down the stairs. And I asked him, do you want me to spoil the game for you?
I was
just finished it.
I was pretty pissed.
And I wasn't supposed to open it. He was like, oh, I might play this when I get home. And I finished it, and then you can play it. Nope, I was ripped that thing open, stuck in the Xbox. I was like, okay, starting. And 100% of the game, really fast. I just wanted it done, and I love the game. But like afterwards, like I kind of felt like all the Assassin's Creeds were boring after that because it was a lot of those. There's a lot to do. There isn't like enough for like to keep my attention anymore. So it's
well, everything that is exciting happens inside the Animus. It happens inside while you're pretending to be Ezio or Altair or Connor.
What was that one called? Connor.
Yeah, that's Connor.
No, what was the game?
Assassin's Creed 3 with Connor. Yeah.
No, it was just 3?
Yeah, it was just Assassin's Creed 3.
No,
the one that takes place in the Revolution, the American Revolution.
Yeah, I thought it was titled something special.
Nope.
Oh, well, that was the last one I played, and I enjoyed it a lot, jumping from tree to tree. But I'm Native American, so I got into it.
They went back to his roots.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, I'm also trying out the multiplayer, which hasn't really changed a whole lot. I thought at first they would do something different, but then they added the. Oh, what's that? What you doing that for, huh?
Shame.
Did I try the multiplayer?
No, the multiplayer is just bad in all the Assassin's Creed.
No, I kind of liked it. I like
it's really good. I think it's just because it's new.
When Brotherhood came out, I bought it for the multiplayer, and I played. I beat the story in like 2 days. It was super easy. I went to the multiplayer to try to test it out, and it was just terrible in my opinion. It was so boring. And it was fun, the first 10 times, 20 times playing it, but after that you're just like, nah, fuck this, never touching this again.
Yeah, once you make it to like a certain level, you're just like, oh, there's nothing more, I'm done. Yeah. And you quit, and that's kind of what I went back to. Like, it's just, after a while it gets boring. Like, you can't keep doing the same stuff.
Yeah, I will have to agree there's not a whole lot of game modes since they added. I think the most interesting thing they've done is, like, add the wolf packs.
I don't even know what that is.
Basically, you get a bunch of friends together and you do everything to reach a certain amount of points or levels to clear the area, and then like you get like certain like titles and stuff like that. But I think really there isn't a whole lot to do. You got your basic manhunt, you got your wanted, you got your assassinations and stuff like that. You got your artifacts to keep away, capture the flags. But I will agree, there's got to be something more. Like, this is why I'm actually looking forward to Assassin's Creed Unity, because it has co-op and a storyline and all that. It has something else, something that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, especially now that they consider it a game. Like
a franchise.
Like in the Assassin's Creed universe, they actually go like, this is an actual game that we're putting out.
Yeah.
So, why not have one or two people instead of just having, them be against each other? Why not have them, come together and complete their goals?
Well, I mean, the thing about Assassin's Creed, in my opinion, is like the first 2 games were huge. People loved it, and then they just kept going and going.
The first game actually felt like a beta test. A beta game.
And
that's kind of how they did present it.
Yeah, it really was. I agree. But I had so much fun in the first game just because the world was massive and it took forever to do anything.
Yes.
So, and if you wanted to run around and get, all the flags and whatever, to get all of your weapons and extra stuff, it took so long. So, I had tons of enjoyment, especially the fighting was so much harder in that game. You couldn't just counter and wham, insta-death.
Yeah, I found myself countering a lot just in the newer games.
Oh yeah, that's all I do. I don't do anything else. Why would you fight anybody? There's no point. Block, counter, wham. Block, counter, wham.
I'm more the kind of guy who likes to use all the gadgets and everything. Like, if I got the pistols, like, boom, 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 or drop a smoke and then just do everything I can to, clear out an area. Alright, but the only other thing I've been playing is Battlefield 3, and that's only because I own a 360, I don't own an Xbox One or a PS4, and, nobody's on for Battlefield 4.
Yeah.
I went on to try and join a server, and it's like, no, there's nobody here. There's no servers. There's nothing. You're on your own. I was like, okay, well, before I looked for a server, I was like, enter quick match, and it threw me in a training area.
Wow.
I was like, well, at least they had this.
Yeah. After Battlefield Bad Company #2, I wasn't a huge fan of the other ones.
Yeah, I was kind of the same way.
Even though like Battlefield's totally franchised from Bad Company, I still feel like they should have kept the same expectations. I think everyone held Battlefield 3 in high regards, and it kind of met it at first because we're like, oh, jets, we get something different from helicopters, but it's.
Well, one thing that actually bothered me was I think around 6 months to a year after Battlefield 3 came out, EA made an announcement that, hey, you can go ahead and host your own servers, make your own rules, but that's all you're going to be able to do.
Yeah.
And you got to pay for it because we're not going to be hosting any more servers for you guys.
Well, I do know that there is one Battlefield that is still MLG. I mean, honestly, I think it is Battlefield 4. So there is a competitive scene for the game still. It's just not something.
Well, no, it's like for the community itself. They're like, hey, here's our multiplayer. It's great. You gotta unlock it. Then 6 months to a year later, they're like, oh, hey, pay for your own servers. We're not doing this shit anymore. We're moving on. We're like, we're not gonna host you guys anymore. What do you think? We made out of money?
That's kind of funny, actually.
And actually, I went on to Battlefield. As soon as I jumped on Battlefield 4, I went back to Battlefield 3, and I was like, how much is it to rent a server on Battlefield 3? And I looked, it's like, you can choose anywhere for like a year to 6 months, 9 months, 3 months to a month.
A day.
Or, I don't even know you could do a day. I think the least they could do is like a month.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. And they charge you a certain specific amount, but what I was thinking was, why don't they do that to old multiplayer games?
Well, I mean, like
Bad Company 2. I mean, I love the game. I want to jump back on to Bad Company 2. I would willingly pay the $5, $10 to pay for a month or two on a server, and then just have everybody jump in with me.
Well, I think it's because they still want to make money, so they have to get rid of the servers for the old games, like in Halo. Actually, in Halo, they still have Halo 3 and Reach servers, now that I think about it.
Yeah, it was Halo 2 that they got rid of, and that was almost that. I was in the middle of the 360 cycle.
Well,
they got rid of it.
It wasn't even that long ago, it seems like. Yeah. I play Halo 4 a lot, and there's not a lot of people who play Halo 4, but every single month they still put in new game types and stuff for people to try out. But if you go back to Reach or even Halo 3, I like to play Halo 3 a lot when I'm at Tom's and stuff, and there's a lot of people on there.
Because they still have the servers.
Yeah, there's still at least 500 to 1,000 people. So
you can still go on Modern Warfare 2, and you're gonna find fuck tons of people.
Here's my question: Why can't I haven't heard anything about them shutting down the Battlefield Bad Company 2 servers. I don't know if they did or not because fuck all if I could find one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think there's still probably people who played it. Even when the beta for that game first came out, we went ham on that. The beta was fantastic, and when the actual game came out, we loved it because the game was so good.
The question I'm trying to ask is why don't they just take the server idea and just push it towards some of the older multiplayer games, like for Bad Company 2. Just be like, oh, hey guys, you still want to play Battlefield Bad Company 2? Well, here we're gonna put out a couple servers just for you guys. You guys pay a certain amount, Say you want to play this for 3 months. Put down $15. You get a 3-month server all for yourself.
Honestly,
for any friends that you have.
They could make money that way too. So that'd be awesome. I'd be into that.
Because they could even probably do that for Halo 2 and stuff like that. Just hey, here's the old servers. We're charging this much for a certain amount of month.
Also, those games came out for PC, and the PC people can still play it on them. So I think that's another.
Well, that's because they can host their own site.
Yeah,
Whereas versus a 360 or PS3 or anything else like that, most of it is dependent on our internet connections and the other people hosting it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But for new games, do you think they should be doing that?
I'd be into it.
For Battlefield 4, I think 3 months afterwards you were allowed to purchase your own server from EA, and then use that for yourself.
I'd be into it. I think it's a great idea, honestly.
The only problem is you don't have a job.
Well, I want to be playing those old games anyways.
I wouldn't mind jumping on Battlefield Back Up to 2. Or even the Vietnam DLC, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Alrighty. Alright, is there anything else that we want to discuss real quick?
I don't have anything on video games.
Video games?
Video game scene, it's kind of been dying out a little bit. That's just my opinion.
Do you think the entire industry is going down?
I don't say the entire industry is going down. I just think we need to get a refresh.
So basically, we need another video game crash. Pretty much what everybody's been predicting.
We just need games that people are going to be interested in, where the prices are actually acceptable. If you do look at
not $60, and then 2 weeks down the road, you have to put up another $50 another 15 or 20 to get the finished product.
Yeah, exactly. Like when Halo 3 first came out, I played Halo 3 for a long time, and that game lasted until the Reach beta. It was massive. There was tons of people playing it
all the time,
even with like COD and stuff. But I mean, like I never really got into COD, but Halo, I know that, and it was massive. And then once Reach the beta hit, everyone went to the beta. It was fantastic. And even when Reach came out, a lot of people did not like it, so everybody see it on Halo 3. Once they started adapting to Halo Reach got pretty big too. And, Halo 4 came out, and it got even smaller. And then, now there's not a lot of people. Same with Modern Warfare. It started off amazing, and just gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So they need something new that people actually enjoy that is better than the old games. They need to stop changing it so much. They just need to make it...
I think they need to change it a little bit more, especially in Call of Duty's area.
Yeah, well, I mean, no, if you look at, like, the new Call of Duty stuff, they have, like, jet boots, and Halo and Call of Duty are getting really similar, and it's pissing me off. Titanfall, yeah.
Just wait, people. Pretty soon, Call of Duty will lead into Halo.
Well, let's all wait till Titanfall 2 comes out to see that bridge.
Titan, Halo, CODfall. It's just one massive game now. It's just going to be one franchise.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, too.
But see, me personally, I would prefer to play games by myself. Like, anything by Bethesda, Fallout, or the Elder Scrolls games. That's fantastic. Elder Scrolls Online, not doing well. Like it was supposed to. I thought it was going to be amazing, and I've seen a lot of it. Not amazing.
Well, I think from what I heard is that they did have a lot of problems, and Bethesda did come out and say, okay, listen, guys, we know we've had some problems. Thanks for telling us about it. By the way, we're also going to be putting out new stuff soon, which you won't have to pay for.
Yeah, exactly.
From what I heard, they're already going to do the Dark Brotherhood story. They're going to throw one in there, so that way you could join the guild. I think there was another rumor going around that they were setting to put out an Imperial story or something like that, where you could join the Imperial Legion.
I would be into that, because, the thing I like about Bethesda is they always do stuff to try to benefit the player, They do stuff, they go way out of nobody's ever seen. If you, the first time I played Skyrim, as soon as you walk out of that cave, you look around, you're like, oh my god, this scenery is beautiful. It's so much better looking than Oblivion. Even
if it is a little bit empty looking.
Yeah. I mean, well, you also have to think about where it is, in Skyrim compared to.
There's very rolling hills and stuff like that.
But I mean, also even those games, in my opinion, have gotten less and less. Morrowind there was so much stuff in that little island. There was so much stuff there, and then so many weapons, so much freedom. Oblivion comes. It was pretty close, but it was a little bit less on that. But you could create your own spells, made you just so OP. I guess maybe that's why they took it away. But Skyrim took away a ton of freedoms. I love Skyrim, don't get me wrong, but there is a lot of stuff in there that I did not like about it. In Oblivion, you can scale any mountain straight up. In Skyrim, there's invisible walls, and you have to take pathways more than anything, which is a little iffy for me,
Yeah. Let's spend 30 minutes climbing a mountain.
Yeah, exactly. You have to just find these little jump spots. It's just annoying. But
But it's fun.
Yeah, exactly. They just need to go back to the old roots. Graphics are amazing, but they're not amazing if the game isn't good.
I think what pissed a lot of people off was around, they had just shipped out the game. And then at another press conference, I forgot where, they announced, where they were shipping and everything. A video popped up where I think it was either the design director behind Skyrim said, okay, we gave all our employees a week to do something that they couldn't put in the game. And it showed all this stuff. And one of the things was using a spear as a weapon.
Yeah, that was something that got me. The only game where you can use that was Morrowind, or Daggerfell, which is number 2.
I think from the original Elder Scrolls all the way down to Morrowind was when you can use it.
Yeah, well, I don't. Number 1.
And even then it was just kind of poke. But you'll see that video of what they can do with Skyrim, and they're everybody. You can read the comments we want that specific thing, just spears. Did they put spears in the Skyrim? Yes. Around 3 DLCs later.
And you couldn't even use them as a hand weapon.
You couldn't use them as a hand weapon. You had to shoot them with an arrow, which made no sense.
I see. I played vanilla Skyrim. I didn't really get any DLCs when I first because I really jumped out of the console business right after Skyrim got released because it just got boring. Like I said, everything got repetitive, and I didn't want to deal with it.
But I thought that was kind of the ultimate trolling from Bethesda. Just oh, you guys want spears? Well, here, the only ones who can actually use them like spears would be these little creatures, and all they do is chuck them.
Well, I mean, when Fallout, so if we're gonna debate about this too, Fallout 3 versus New Vegas. New Vegas came out with so much extra stuff But Fallout 3 was so much better in my opinion. The graphics were even better. New Vegas' graphics were just not good.
I've actually heard people, and I'm actually a part of this discussion, is that New Vegas probably could have been released as a DLC.
All of it. I agree 100%.
It was but people went and paid full price for it.
Well, I mean, like
what did it came out originally? $60 was its original price?
Yeah.
It was
$60 for anything that could have been a DLC package.
Well, but
it was definitely
the world was massive. If that came out as a DLC, it would have been like the biggest DLC ever. It would have been like the Shivering Isles of Fallout, you know?
Oh god.
Shivering Isles was amazing, just godly. I can't even go on enough about how good that was. And if you, hold on, for New Vegas though, they didn't have tons of DLC. I think they had like 8. And they were all good. Like, they were all really good. Except for, like, one of them really made me mad because it was really boring. You didn't get anything out of it. There was, like, a few cool weapons and items, but they weren't really worth. But, you know, they could have done so much better. And I'm, you know, still just hoping, crossing my fingers, that there will be a Fallout 4 sometime soon.
Yes, Caboose and EgoBoost here, when they first heard out that there was going to be, someone had, purchased the rights to use Fallout 4, the title?
Yeah.
They made a website and said, announcement to be coming soon, and it had this countdown timer. Somebody built a full website.
It said Nuclear Winter coming out in like 60 days. We waited those full 60 days, and they extended the time 20 more days. We waited those 20 days. As soon as it was over, there was a little video. You click on the video, and it just shows a door repeatedly opening up, and inside the door it just says, fuck you. And it just happened, and I was so pissed off.
I don't think you were I think I heard that there were riots all over America and the UK.
I hope so.
Just people were just all pissed off. And I can't remember, did they ever find the guy who did that?
I have no idea. I didn't hear anything after that. I was like, no, fuck this. I want to throw my laptop through the wall. But
I was like, if anybody has information on this guy, please send it to erjproductions@hotmail.com. Or go ahead and comment in the comment section below this video. Tell us who this guy is. If you have his information, we will invite him onto the show and ask him, what the fuck? And we will crown him the king of trolls.
Yeah, exactly.
We're pissed, but we can appreciate it.
Well, on this topic as well, like I seen something the other day. It was a commercial for something, and it looked like Fallout 4. And I stood up, you know, in my seat, started like hopping up and down a little bit, and at the end, it just said Mad Max. Yeah, I was like, no, fuck this. You know, I love the Mad Max movies. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love them. You know, Thunderdome, Road Warrior, Thunderdome specifically. It's so good.
So that we just can't get beyond Thunderdome.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that it was going to be a Fallout 4 game, and I was like, God damn it, but...
Well, wait, aren't they... They did announce, I think, a couple of years ago in an E3 that a Mad Max game was going to come out. Did that ever get released, or was that pushed back?
I have no idea. That might have actually been what I was looking at.
Okay.
I have no idea, but I love Mad Max still. Mel Gibson's kind of crazy, but he's still amazing.
He's still amazing. I'll give him that. Alright, let's go ahead and move on. And if you have anything you want to talk about, whether it be video games, Bethesda, Fallout, or anything like that, go ahead and email us again at erjproductions.com, or go ahead and comment in the comment section below. Tell us what you think. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and move straight into movies right now. And EgoBoost here. EgoBoost. He just went to the movies recently, and he went to see 22 Jump Street?
Yeah, 22.
Okay. Go ahead and tell us what you think about that movie.
Well, in my opinion, it was better than the first one. It was hilarious. Like, I'm not going to spoil anything for anybody who hasn't.
No, we're going to have you spoil it right now.
Oh, okay, all right.
Spoiler. If you don't want to listen to this, we'll tell you when to scoot up.
All right, well, at one point in the movie, which I thought was, like, you know, the funniest part, Channing Tatum is in there with Jonah Hill. And Jonah Hill had sex with Ice Cube's daughter within the movie. And Ice Cube finds out
like
later.
his actual real life daughter, or their daughter in the movie universe?
In the movie. And like they didn't know that it was his daughter, and he goes into the office bragging about it, and Ice Cube high fives him and everything. And then he's just bragging about Ice Cube's like, I gotta give you some props, this and that. And then the next day they see him at like a parent meeting at the college. And then the whole time, like, Ice Cube just like starts freaking out. He's like, hook me up with some of that. And the guy gives him like 3 of these little like green beans or something. He's like, fuck that, and like grabs them. He starts fucking shit up. And then he goes into the office. He goes, Channing Tatum didn't know what was going on. And then Ice Cube turned around a picture, and he was his daughter. And Channing Tatum just jumps up. He's like, oh fuck, oh shit, runs around the office counting everybody. He just slept with his daughter, this and that. And he was just going on and on and on about it. And I'm dying the whole time. I'm like, oh fuck, this is funny.
So what is the story about this time? Like, is it the same plot as the last one, where there's a certain drug in this college being passed around, and they just got to try and find it?
Yeah, it's pretty much the exact same thing, except for, it's college, so things are a little bit more wild. It's spring break, and at one point, it's just funny.
And do they end up about to lose the case and all that, and then they figure out this stuff and that?
Yeah, there was a little bromance going on in between there, and yeah, that's what really happened.
Okay, all right. Did they get the shit mixed up again like they did in the first one?
What?
Like Jonah Hill's character was supposed to be the smart one, and they sent out switching papers to where he was the jock.
No, but Channing Tatum plays football, and he has a little bromance going on with another guy who they think is the supplier. So he's all sad.
So now
about
he's
that.
the one
Who's having a good time? Yeah.
Oh,
Jonah Hill's not.
Oh, okay, that can't kind of explain anything.
Yeah.
Would you recommend? Okay, based on star rating 1 through 5, how would you rate this movie? And would you recommend it?
I'd probably give it a 4.5.
4.5?
And
so definitely purchase worthy.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. It was hilarious. The girl I went with, she thought it was hilarious. We talked about it. So, yeah, I had a good time. She had a good time. It was definitely a must-see, I would say.
Alright. Wabi-Kun, you seen any new movies lately?
Nope.
Nope. He has no life, folks. I'm sorry.
No, I stuck to a lot of things, and we haven't been doing a lot. So.
Yes, it's summertime here where we are, and it's hot as balls, so there's not a whole lot to do except cook in our cars.
Yeah, exactly.
And I haven't really seen anything new recently. At least I don't think I have. I might have. Might have forgot about it. But then again, that's how bad movies are these days.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Any new movies that you're interested in seeing? What were the trailers for them?
The one, I don't remember what it's called, but what is it? It's with Seth Rogen and Green Goblin. Fucking, it's one with Korea. They're going to war about it.
Oh, you actually saw the commercial for that one?
Yeah, there was a preview for it.
Okay.
And it actually looks really funny.
Okay, the one that North Korea's trying war over.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there were a few others, but nothing huge. I did actually see Grudge Match the other day as well.
Yes.
And that movie was actually quite good. Not gonna lie.
Actually, I think I recommended that movie to you. I was like, go ahead, watch Grudge Match. It's Robert De Niro, Sylvester Stallone, two old men looking like old men.
Yeah. I thought it was really corny, really cheesy, some of the parts, and I just kind of thought this is really dumb. But I'm
pretty sure you laughed at the part where Sylvester Stallone character he walks in with his old trainer, and he's just they're just in the freezer, just looking at me, and all of a sudden Rocky starts just punching it. And he walks up and says, "Hey, what the hell are you doing? We're just here to buy dinner." What the fuck?
Yeah. I was laughing. I was like, how is this old dude even still alive? That's what I wanted to know.
It actually surprised me when I saw them in ring, because actually before I saw Grudge Match, I went and saw Rocky Balboa, the 6th movie.
Yeah.
And you see Rocky in that one, and he's built like a fucking brick shithouse. He's just fucking this beefy ass dude. And and then I go watch Grudge Match, I'm like, what the fuck did he have to do to drop that?
Get old.
Well, he was already old to begin with. I think Grudge Match came out a year or two later. I was like, what the fuck did you do, Rocky?
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone looked like he had a coke addiction. He's like, I need to get low. He's got Lindsay Lohan on speed dial.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, not movies, but I did watch the whole series of True Blood a while back, and
that is actually a very good series, I will admit.
Yeah, when I first heard about it, all I heard was sex and vampires, and I thought it was my parents watched it. It was kind of weird, but so I watched it, and I was like, wow, this is actually really good. It has a really good story. It's kind of also cheesy. Yeah. Some of the stuff is really dumb. They used cunt a lot, but whatever. I thought it was pretty good.
Let's see, if we're in...
What else have I said? Spartacus, just finished that too.
Oh, you just finished Spartacus?
Yeah. Okay, oh my gosh, so good. So good. I'm gonna have to go through and rewatch it.
Well, here, let's talk about favorite movies real quick.
Favorite movies?
Favorite movies, yes. All time. Your all-time favorite movie. One that probably defines you.
I have two.
Okay.
I like Princess Mononoke.
Uh-huh.
Which is, Ghibli Studios, which is fantastic.
I will agree, they do amazing work with
I like all their movies, honestly. Some of them really messed up, but some of them are really good. I don't know.
Actually, I think it's a law that if you say anything bad about their movies or claim you dislike them, the entire Otaku system comes together and whoops your ass until you admit.
Well, some of their Disney movies weren't the best, but I still liked them. They were still good. They always have a good story. So Princess Mononoke and The Crow. I love The Crow, the original one. And I realized the other day there's 5 different Crow movies, and there's another one. I like three of all of the Crow movies, but the first one's the best, hands down.
Did they get? I want to ask this. Did the Crow movies get better as the sequels went on? Or did they get worse?
It got worse. You can't replace Brandon Lee.
Of course.
He died the same way that Bruce Lee died. His father. It was It's just so intense. I think it was the second one, or maybe it was the third one, and it was about like the little girl from the first one was in it, and that one was really good. The story was really good. Then there was one with the guy who got electrocuted, who was in the electric chair, and that one wasn't very good. And I watched one the other day, which it started off really good because I thought the guy was Indian, they were on like a reservation, and the bad guys were based off the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse, but it was so cheesy. Like one of the main bad guys said shorty talking about girls, and he said homie, and he was trying to wed them.
Basic 90s.
Yeah, he was trying to wed them, and he's like, so would you take her to be your shorty, or would you take him to be your homie, or whatever? And I was like, oh my god, this is so dumb.
What is it where you have a movie and you go and you make sequels, and you make the stupid sequels? Like, there are some movies out there that have sequels and they have good sequels. Like the Lethal Weapons movies. It'll start off good, and then kind of, I think after 4 is kind of where it went a little bit more goofy.
Well, yeah, I agree. The janitor from Scrubs is in one of the Lethal Weapons, and I watched it. I think it was 3 or 4. And the whole time I'm thinking, you need to go back to Scrubs. This is bad. What are you doing? But I have a few of the Crow graphic novels. They're like comic books, but they're all black and white. And again, the first one is the best, and the other ones are okay. But I'll have to let you read this. I'm gonna let you borrow it. It's really good.
Okay. Oh, let's see. I'm trying to think of movies that define me. But one of my favorite movies. No, not that.
Borat.
Not Borat. No. Birdcage. Birdcage. Right now. If you haven't seen the movie Birdcage,
Never seen it.
It stars who does it star? I think it stars Robin Williams, and it stars the actor whose name I can never remember, but he plays the guy named Albert. It's about this dude. It's about these two gay couple, or this gay couple, not two, just a single gay couple. They've been together forever. They're in their 40s and their 50s. They own their club. They're kind of semi-retired. Like Albert, he's the main drag queen for the show, so he goes out there and he closes the night.
Where's the main drag queen?
And that's actually the person who plays Albert. That's who Wabi-Kun bases his entire white girl addiction on.
This is all lies. Lies and slander.
You ever want to see someone act the part of a white girl? You go and watch Birdcage and you watch Albert's scenes.
Slander.
But what I like about the movie is it stars this gay couple. Their straight son is getting married to this daughter of the senator who's in charge of this council for moral order, and they're against abortions and gay marriages and stuff like that. Like that's what he is part of. So the son goes up and goes, Dad, I really want to marry this daughter. Can both of you please not act gay? And at first Robert Williams is like, fuck the senator, fuck you. I don't need to do this. I spent 20 years trying to get where I am. I live in one of the most beautiful beaches ever. I own one of the most successful gay clubs here, or one of the most successful, transsexual clubs. I ain't giving it up just because you want to marry some senator who's an asshole. But of course, he loves his son, so he goes and he decides, fuck it, okay, we'll try to act like a straight family. But then they have a problem with, what are we gonna do with Albert? They're like, what are we gonna do with the guy who's acted like my mother all through these years? And it just ensues. They're like, first thing they tried to do was they tried to get Albert to leave on vacation. Wow, the son was, taking everything out of the house and replacing it with stuff that would make them look normal. It didn't work out too well because Albert got found out and he got pissed. And he ended up trying to leave. Well, they work it out to where, okay, you know what? You could stay, meet the family, and then, we'll pretend you're gay. We'll pretend that you're Uncle Al. And they went to, the son's birth mother to try and get her to join in. And they're like, okay, we'll do this. Well, right before the dinner starts, 4 hours before the dinner starts, Albert walks into the room. They're all dressed in tuxedos and everything, trying to look presentable. And he puts his one of his legs on his knee. And as the pants come up, you can see he's wearing pink socks. And so the entire thing starts off with them, of course, getting Albert pissed because Albert's just like, I'm taking off all my rings. I don't have any makeup on. I'm all natural here. No earrings or anything. And then the pink socks set him off, and he just goes and he locks himself in the guest room or something. So Robin Williams goes up and he locks the guest room to lock him in there, make sure he doesn't get out. So they go all through this thing, and like the family shows up, and they're like, okay, you know, we're fine. And then they hear Albert, and like before they get to dinner, they hear Albert in the distance fall out what seems like a window. Because like you could clearly hear him screaming, and like the other family goes, "What the hell is that?" And they're like, "We have a dog.
We have a dog.
She doesn't like when guests are over." So like they're waiting for the mom to show. They're waiting for the woman to show up. Like who's gonna be the mother. They're waiting for the birth mother to show up to play the part.
Yeah.
And she gets a phone. She leaves. She calls from her car phone. Which, by the way, why the fuck don't we have car phones anymore? That's a question I want answered right now.
I think it's probably because you can just hook your phone up in there, you know, and just play through your speakers now.
Okay, I could probably see that. Yeah, but she calls like she's hit like some kind of traffic or something where like a bridge and accidents and all this shit. Well, in through the front door walks Albert, dressed completely like a woman, gold blonde hair, pink dress and everything. He's filled up his bra up to here. Got the squeaky voice on, which nobody in the real world would, admit sounds anything like a
woman.
Well, I would probably if I was drunk. If he did that to me drunk, if I was drunk, I would probably fall for it. But then the entire thing continues going on. And, eventually they get caught because the mother does show up. And, they come out and say it's, we're a gay couple, we're sorry. And pretty much, as they probably should have done, they probably would have understood.
Political talk with Wabi right now. I still think that it's very unfair that gays are being judged in the community, and I feel like they should not be so sorry for being who they are.
Well, actually, didn't you hear, I think a total of 3 or 4 states just allowed for gay couples to get married.
Yeah, I heard.
No? As Wabi-Kun learns how to dance right now. Wabi-Kun's not really paying attention. He's on Dueling Network right now, just squashing noobs and everything.
No, I'm paying attention. I've listened to everything that you guys have said.
Alright, well, Wabi-Kun, what's your favorite movie? One that you think would define you?
Spaceballs! Anything that's very obscure, to be honest.
You gonna join us?
There's like not one single movie that I think that defines me. Because there's nothing that really defines me. I'm so random. There's nothing that really does that.
So, okay, well, tell us your favorite movie then.
I don't really have one.
You don't really have one?
No. Really not favorite movie?
Such a white girl.
Such a white girl.
Can't even name his favorite movie.
I think you're just mad.
Mad about a white girl? No, I'm not mad about a white girl.
I think you're just mad because you have no life.
I will probably admit that I have no life.
There's a sad...
There's sadness right there, folks. I'm sorry. This entire thing is so I can get a life. I'm totally sorry.
No, it's not.
Okay. Any TV shows you want to talk about right now, Wabi-Kun?
TV shows, no. I don't watch TV.
You don't watch TV?
TV's boring.
Alrighty. Well, then we're just going to go ahead and move straight along into anime and manga right now.
So, let's go. Spoiler alert.
Okay, spoiler alert, people. I don't know what he's spoiling and alerting.
Okay, so we'll talk about the new chapter for Fairy Tail and how much of a plot twist that was. That Gray gets to come out and see that his father's voice and body both have been taking over the demon that killed his whole family and his mentor, Yu. So I just thought that was like the biggest plot twist they could.
Well, wait a minute. They just like showed them, right? They didn't say how it happened. That's probably going to be in like the next chapter.
No, well, they kind of went over it briefly with that.
Well, how did it happen? How did that work? I mean, it's not like Orochimaru went into that universe and taught them, the body stealing technique.
Like every broken jutsu was originally made by the second Hokage, Tobirama. Like literally, the first Hokage came out and was just
because he's a fucking badass and an asshole.
Well, he's not an asshole. He's just super loyal to his, his brother and his country.
Well, hold on. Let's talk about this before we jump to Naruto real quick.
Naruto's terrible.
I agree.
Alright, but I don't think there's like an official way to announce it. What's the demon's name again?
What?
The demon's name for Gray's father?
Deloria.
Deloria. How did Deloria ever fully announce how he took over the body? He kind of said that he stumbled upon it, and he needed a body to resurrect himself in order to live. And so that was really kind of.
I think it was all Zareth. That's my thoughts on it right now.
That's what you think it is, Zareth?
Well, I think Zareth really has to do with everything.
Yeah, of course. Well, of course.
It was the incubation chamber of the demons.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anything else you want to say about that chapter or the storyline in general?
That chapter was amazing. So much just happened. It was only 20 pages. It was crazy. I love it. I don't know. I'll like the fight with Stinger Road. I feel like that's not gonna go anywhere.
Okay.
They're fighting each other?
No, they're fighting the Guildmaster for all the demons.
Oh, really? They are?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
They save Nerva.
Someone said they were supposed to be fighting. I'm down. I have to go read all of this again.
Alright. EgoBoost, you read any new manga or seen any new anime that you want to talk about or anything new?
I started watching the anime, but I can't think of what it's called right now. It's basically it's about
Space Dandy?
no, not Space Dandy. It's two brothers are trapped on a prison planet. One of them's a little pansy ass.
Oh, didn't we?
Yeah. We looked it up, but I can't think. I had it bookmarked, or I had it bookmarked, but I can't think what the name is.
Do you want me to look it up?
No, it's not a big deal, but it's actually quite good. I only got to episode 4, but.
Are they did they just live, were they thrown onto the prison planet? Did they grow up on the prison planet and they're trying to escape or something like that?
They were thrown there, and
What was their crime? Murder?
They were wrongly put on there, okay? I haven't really seen everything yet, but their brothers are twins. Yeah, they were wrongly put on there. I haven't it hasn't shown everything yet from what I've seen. But
is it another where she is wrongly justified as the outcast and she is the one who claims that everyone is dying?
I don't know yet.
Don't you mean he? Because that sounds like Dead Man's Wonderland.
Oh, it's also like that. Where he gets accused that he killed.
Yeah, they get accused for something. Next thing they're thrown into the super prison or whatever.
I have no idea.
But he doesn't deserve to be.
Or he doesn't deserve to be, only because they were survivors.
Well, I think one of the brothers ends up becoming part of the military, a really high rank, and the other one just stays on the prison planet and becomes leader of that. But I haven't read up to there yet. I've just seen pictures and stuff and comments, so we'll see what happens.
Okay, alright. We're gonna go ahead and see how that turns out.
Sword Art, I'm pumped.
In case you didn't know, the second the words sword art are mentioned, Wabi-Kun instantly gets a massive hard-on.
Sword Art is amazing.
His missile wetner just reaches full capacity.
I want to see a new Gundam series.
I do too. What was the last Gundam that came out? Last I remember was C.
Was it
C Destiny?
Destiny? Yeah,
that was the last one.
And actually, I'd love to see it. You said you didn't like it. Have you watched it?
Yes, I watched it.
You watched all of it?
Yeah.
It was so good.
I don't know.
Kira as a character is a badass. Period. He's too perfect.
Well, isn't the entire thing about it is there's these regular people and then there's coordinators?
The
people,
seeds.
Yeah, or whatever that are better pilots, and then there's this big war going on where they want to control all the coordinators something.
Yeah, basically there's Earth, which basically the regular humans versus everybody who lives up in the big space planets, And so the humans are just assholes.
Colonies.
Yeah, colonies. The humans are just assholes. But I mean, so are the fucking
colonists.
Yeah, the coordinators.
It's always the same thing. It's always planet Earth versus the colonists.
Always.
Always. That's always how it's gonna be.
It's not super political. There is a lot of politicals in there, but has its own good sense of a love story in there, and it has a couple of them within there. But they're good. They're not cheesy. I guess they're just really good.
I'm trying to remember. Okay, I will admit this. While I didn't like C Destiny all that much, there was one episode, I think from C, that I did like, where it was Kira, he was versing his friend / rival, who had joined the coordinators. Yeah. I think that's who he joined or whatever.
Did he have long blue hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And they were fighting one-on-one basic fight, them going full out. I believe they had they would unlock like the potential or whatever,
Yeah.
and they would go all out. And I think Kira's rival ended up hitting the self-destruct button on his Gundam and leaving, while Kira's Gundam was attached and he couldn't get his door open or something like that.
Oh, hold on.
And leaving him to die.
I think I can't the other character, I can't remember his name. My buddy Chance, we were just talking about it the other day. But I think you're talking about the fight where, yeah, they're fighting. And this actually...
And it's a full out just drawn, there are tears and bromance. You can feel it.
Well, the other... Here, hold on. I'm going to look into his name real quick. Oh, yeah, in that fight, Kira ends up actually, like, he wasn't at his full, like, strength or whatever. And he wasn't trying to hurt him. So, you know, he was just trying to get him to stop. So he got his Gundam's head cut off. And he thought he killed him, but Kira actually escaped. So, you know, when he comes back, the guy was like, oh, no, I killed you. This and that, you're a ghost, you can't mess with me, blah, blah, blah. And Kira ends up whooping his ass. And then, like, everybody else with his other partner at the time, which, those assholes switch sides like crazy in that little group.
It always seemed like I couldn't remember whether or not they were switching sides or on the same side, because every time I turned on an episode, they would be with one group, and then the next episode they'd be with another group. I'm just like, whose side are these two assholes on? I'm like, pick a side, fight for it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, Shin. Shin is his name.
Shin? Okay.
And he's like the main kind of like antagonist, but he's corrupted the whole time.
I don't think this Gundam series had a guy with a mask, did it?
It did.
It did?
He originally was, you know, on Kira's side.
Uh-huh.
But then he got...
Which is a first.
Yeah. Well, hold on. He got, like, taken. He was, I think, and then they made, like, clones of him, actually, and the clones are all bad guys, too, and then they put a mask on him. And then he lost all his memory. And then, you know, and eventually they capture him. And they're trying to call him by his actual name. He's like, I'm not who you think I am. I'm this guy. Because he lost his memory. And then, you know, he starts to get it back a little bit. And he used to actually date the commander, who he's married to, or Kira's commander.
Okay.
But, yeah. Kira, Shin, and then there's one other person who's just, like, a total badass. And that's, like, the three, like, main characters who go at it. Okay. And I can't think of the other...
Were there three fractions in the show trying to take over, or was it just two, and then, like, this third guy was just there to be... like a third party?
Well, the third guy switched sides more than any other character, really. But Shin didn't really know what he was fighting for. He just got fed all this bullshit and propaganda.
So, like we are today.
Yeah, exactly. And the reason, you know, what the plants wanted, they wanted the basically every single person, they'll test your genes, and whatever you have in your genes, that's what you'll be. You know what? You'll be either the king or you'll be a person doing construction all your life. You know, things like that.
Really? So, I don't remember that part.
That's like the whole end, like that series was for.
Oh, so that's what they were fighting. One side was fighting for.
Well, kind of like the main bad guy, I guess, the antagonist. He's good, you know, from one sense, or bad from the other sense. He has changed his whole mood set, like the whole time. He wanted to fight, then he was like, no, I'm sorry, I didn't want to fight anybody. This is our new plan. The Destiny plan. And then people freaked out. You know, he's like, there's always going to be riots and rebels, people who are at higher power that don't want this, especially people who, you know, get this. Like, you know, you can be, you know, have the shittiest job in the world and become king now, or you can, you know, have the greatest like job in the world and become
a bigger.
Yeah, exactly. So,
okay.
I wish I had watched this series.
It's really good. You should definitely watch it. You'll get into it. You should definitely watch it.
I'm not gonna watch it.
You should watch it. It's good. The art is fantastic, and actually,
I will agree. It does look very pretty.
There's a lot of girl characters that you will like.
Well, I first need to know, like, is anyone gonna tell me how good this Soul Eater not is?
Not Soul Eater is funny. It's not good.
Like, it's funny.
Does it even have an anime yet?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I read into like the manga a little bit.
I can show you. I just finished.
Wow. Okay. It's basically like it's the same characters from Soul Eater pretty much. It's just you see it from a weird perspective and it's awkward. And you don't see like a lot of the main characters in a sense. You see the off characters.
So wait, explain this to me again.
Not Soul Eater, not.
Yeah,
it's like it's the same Soul Eater world, same characters, except for you don't see the main characters a lot. You see a lot of like the other characters.
The side characters, the low tier characters.
Yeah, I haven't read into it enough to where I really understand everything that's going on, but from what I've seen, I'm like, wow.
So does it follow like do you guys know if it follows like the storyline completely, except from their perspective?
No idea.
No idea?
No idea.
Okay, I'm gonna have to take a look at this.
I just saw it come up on my favorite anime site, and I was just like, is this really doing that well? That
I seen the manga at Barnes and Noble actually, and that's where I first heard of it, and then I looked it up on random manga site, but.
Okay.
Oh wait, what?
Alright, folks, and if you have any of your favorite mech animes that you want to send to us or have us check out, such as any of the other Gundam series or any other mech, or heck, send us a link to Not Soul Eater.
What?
I've seen all of the Gundam series.
I have to. I don't know. Something about Gundam just keeps bringing me back.
I don't like Zero.
No! It's
Zero
only
Zero
a preview.
G or whatever it is. Or
Zero G?
Whatever the fuck it is. The one where they're just soldiers. They don't have cool suits.
Oh, you're talking about the 008.
There you go. That's what it is.
Actually, I like that one because they were just soldiers. They weren't, these. Well, they were kind of the best of the best, but they weren't, the best. They didn't have this ultimate Gundam that, could take 100 shots. No, they had the mobile suits that were like, you put one good round in it, it's done.
Yeah.
It's exploded. You're going off in a fireball. And I'm not talking about the whiskey.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So if you have any mech series or Gundam series that you want us to check out, or you think that we might be interested in, go ahead and send us a link down below in the comment section, or go ahead and email us at erjproductions@hotmail.com. All right. But now while we're in the anime and manga section, we're also gonna go off because I believe this counts like in the anime and manga section. We're gonna go off into card games right now.
Okay.
We're gonna go into, I think, on July 14th. Well, here's a little backstory first. Me, Dom Mantaray, EgoBoost, and Wabi-Kun here, we like to play Yu-Gi-Oh! It's something we've all been interested in, we've all been playing for years. Some of us, we play Magic 2, we play Pokemon, so, we're all about that. But on July 14th, we're having a new BanList come up. Now, if you play Yu-Gi-Oh!, you understand what we're talking about. If you don't, then you can go ahead and shut this off. You have a good night. But what are we hoping gets hit, and what are we hoping not gets hit?
Well, with the deck that I'm playing now, I don't really want anything to get hit.
Now, what are you playing right now, EgoBoost?
I'm playing Sectors, because I always play in Sectors. And
Because you're a troll. Because you're an asshole. And I'm only saying this because he kicks my ass.
I won a box tournament at our buddy Dan's the other day. How many people were there, Mikey?
Wabi-Kun.
Mikey!
Look at this.
We don't want to look.
How many people were at Dan's tournament?
Look at this.
Okay, I already know this.
We already know this.
Yeah,
we already talked about this.
Sword Arts came out on July 5th. I know this, Mikey. You haven't seen this other trailer?
No, I've seen all the trailers.
Oh, okay. Well, how many people were at Dan's tournament the other day? 27? Alright, well, I went undefeated out of 27 people with my Insector deck.
And he only claims to win because he went undefeated, and the guy he was going to face had one loss.
And we decided to split the prize because neither of us wanted to play anymore.
Assholes.
But the BanList, I don't know. Well, Soul Charge is probably going to get hit. The Dragons might, get hit.
I don't think Dragons can get hit.
They can.
Unless they
I mean,
completely
they
banned all of them.
Well, they could hit certain little things. I think they have to hit something to make the Light Swarms be pure Light Swarms. I don't think that's really going to be that big of a deal.
I think they might hit close swiping, but that's not being Dragons.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. I don't think this BanList is really going to be too bad. I think it's just going to, even out the game again until Shaddolls and Statella Knights come out.
Okay, now what are we hoping? Like, what's our secret little wet dream that comes off the BanList?
Nothing. I either want Dragonfly to 2 or Hornet to 2 or
Butterfly Dagger.
Butterfly Dagger would be awesome, or Delinquent Duo. That's like my favorite band card ever. Dark Strike Fighter might come off because of the new errata.
Oh yeah, the Rada. That's high possibility.
Yeah.
I thought that card already came out.
It did, but it got reprinted, and errata means that the words changed on it, so
they made it not good.
Yeah, they made it shitty. Where it was you contribute as many times as you want. Now it's only you contribute during
Once per turn, only on the main phase. Yeah.
One card that I really want to come back is Yada.
No.
I don't care. I just want Yada to 1.
That's all it needs.
Yada to 1. You can put it in your Inzectors.
Dude,
Clear their field, summon. Hit.
I OTK anyways. I don't want that shit. My OTKs are sick.
And it's only one OTK.
I have a ton of OTKs.
No, it all leads to the same thing.
No, it doesn't.
It leads to 5 monsters on my field and you getting your ass whooped.
Yep,
That's what it is.
Yeah, 5 monsters on the field and me getting my ass whipped.
How about one monster on the field getting your ass whooped?
Oh yeah, poke.
Poke.
I had to do it before. It happens.
Oh no! It's volleyball and Cyber and Dragon game.
Alright, what do you want off the BanList?
Oh, well, I want Cat.
Rescue Cat. Get
Rescue
out of here.
Cat.
Cat. I always want it off. Yeah, I feel like right now is the best time to release.
Especially with that raccoon deck?
No, I don't fuck about raccoons. Raccoons are terrible.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Alright.
Talk like 3 events.
They have like 5 events.
Oh, 2 extra events.
I mean, nothing really important.
So,
but they
so
play some
strong.
games. I just like that they could do 85,000 or 100 damage a turn if they did get everything right. You get a bump that goes to Phoenix into 25 and just start pooping on kids.
No, it's just cat BanList wise. I think Soul Charge is gonna get dropped to 2.
To 1?
To 2.
To 2? It's played at 2 a lot.
Yeah, I think I'm about to say everybody just plays it at 2.
I mean, if it went to 2, I'd be totally happy because I want to put it at 2 anyways.
Yeah. Oh well, sure, there's not a lot of
Hands.
hands are gonna get hit, definitely.
They'll have to go to 1 because if they're at 2, they're just as good. You know?
Yeah,
There's no reason.
everyone plays them at 2 anyways.
Yeah,
so-
exactly. They usually side the other 2.
Yeah. Let's see. Things that I think might get hit.
So those are things that were definitely going to get hit.
Well, honestly, the hands, they might not, depending on like if trap tricks hit hard enough.
I don't think trap tricks.
Because I
I
don't
don't know, I've never seen Trap Tricks top at any tournaments.
It's
Hat, Ray, hat.
Oh, he said Trap. Trap
Trap
Tricks.
tricks are the H or the
The
T
T.
in hat.
Okay.
Matt. Same thing. It's
They
the
play.
T.
They play with Fire Fist. They play with Madolches. They play with art. Everything else. They play with even like in Zekers and windups now, like random little decks. Everything's just hacking in fucking that shit. Even like
Well, that's what they hoping that people were going to do with the dragons.
well, yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not their fault they made something that went so well together.
Well, I mean, like the E-Dragons are still really strong right now, and they're still talking like crazy.
Yep, they topped these past 2 events.
Yeah, exactly. So I think they need to get hit.
I
But
don't
how? All the babies are gone.
Ban the dragons.
Just completely ban?
Just ban them.
No.
That's all you can do because everything else is at 1.
No, set them back to 2. Hit Coach Wyvern. Hit 7 swords.
Yeah, but we're just gonna go into the OCG.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing this.
Let's just go straight to OCG list. Okay, there you go. Konami for TCG. OCG list for us, please, and I'll be happy.
How are Zekers in the OCG? Do we have Dragonfly at 2?
No.
You
Just
said
have,
one?
it's
Oh,
same
give-
as here.
okay, yes. Give us Monster Board and Heavy Storm deck.
Yes, that would be nice.
No, that's perfect. And then,
Give me 2 dad.
yeah, do that.
I'll change
Tell me
my
Dad.
deck. Oh my god.
Dark Strike Fighters off the
Give us
list.
Tully Dead back.
Dark Strike Fighters at 3 over there now.
Yep.
Oh,
There's
God.
Shishula. Yep.
Shishula might come off the ban list now.
No, don't think so.
We've been speculating this for so long.
Do you remember the one time we all thought it was gonna, so the prices went up?
Everyone like automatically tries to jump on that bandwagon. I'm like, nah, I'm not even gonna try to pick this up. Or like D-Mock, people thought D-Mock was gonna come back for a long time. Fuck that.
Actually, speaking of prices going up, I can't remember who it was, but there was a Yugi tuber he went online and he's like, okay guys, we're gonna show how ridiculous all this pricing crap is. He's like, I'm gonna tell you right now, he was like Poke Dragon or whatever.
But all of them.
No, he's like, Poke Dragon right now is a really good card, everybody should price it at like such and such price.
$5. $5 for a Poke Draco.
And it went up.
Yep.
And I think the highest he saw, like it was like $500 I think for a Poke Dragon. One Poke Dragon.
What the fuck?
Because people just jumped up the prices for it.
You want, like, that just shows like how much you can manipulate a market.
So by saying it's a good card.
If you think about like what Hopen has done in the past, like when Still the Ashes for Heretics, he went and bought all of them, like off of like a ton of the pages. He ended up having like 200 of them, and they were like 4 apiece, 3 apiece. He picked them up for, and then he ended up winning the tournament playing 3 of them, and they went up to $45 a piece, and he sold them all.
You can manipulate the market, folks. It's that
That's what
easy.
Ace and I did, or he tried to do with Bamboo Shoot. He thought it was gonna be really good.
What is Bamboo Shoot?
It's Luxury Bamboo Shoot.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He thought it was gonna be really good. Picked up a whole bunch of ultis. He thought he was gonna make at least $1,000 profit. They started out $5, went all the way down to 2.
Well, if you also look at like some of the other things that you see people like thinking that are going to be good, like what is that? The dark guy that you catch from your hand. You can do it in battle phase. He's a dark 1500. I don't know, something like that.
Dark 1500.
I can't remember.
Bronson has a new secret rare.
Oh,
Skullmeister?
Skullmeister.
That card was like $35 or something, and it never was played in anything. Like people just like was like, oh, this card's gonna be so good. Or same with
Because they were
Gen
thinking,
X
hey, it's a
monster.
battle fader, blah 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 blah, and you could summon it and just have a 15 beater.
Well, I mean, yeah, like some darker light effects. I don't know. It was okay, but nobody, like none of the people who actually top events like ran it. None of them. You never see it in their extra deck.
Well, I think most of the
Yeah.
Well, what was it? It was supposed to like negate light and dark effects.
I don't know exactly what it did.
Oh, what were we talking about? Sorry, Stormmeister. No, it's just like light and dark effects. Oh, you know where you're getting that.
He said
Stormmeister, doesn't it like stop illusions or artifacts? Isn't that why it was good?
Yeah, it stopped illusions. It holds effects.
Oh, okay.
And illusions end up not even being a thing.
Yeah.
They're not even that good. I mean, like, I like the deck, don't get me wrong, but they suck. You just outplay them.
Yep. Like, I wouldn't have lost to either illusion decks at our last regionals if I didn't misplay.
Yeah, that was actually.
But you still got your invitation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got your invite. Invite invitation. Invitation. It was a word that I wanted to use. Fuck you.
Like, he finally got his invite.
Finally. Here, I'll just go now to playing Infernities.
No, you're not. You're not going to Detroit. I don't think anybody's going to go to Detroit.
Go to Nats, playing Infernities. See you guys later. Going to top, get first. Go Worlds, win.
I don't see anybody going to Nats in Detroit.
Actually, a lot of people go to Detroit, like siestas and stuff.
It'll be a big event, you know.
It always is.
Yeah, but it won't just because it's Nats. And I can't wait.
That'll probably be the most people Detroit has seen come into the city in a long time.
The BanList is like right after Nats, like immediately after.
So like that BanList is just gotta be here's something for Worlds, and then we're gonna change.
Well, our Worlds, we have to, you know, match up with the OCG and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be awkward as hell. Plus they have the rule changes that we don't have yet. So I wonder how that's gonna
But
work
I feel like this list is
Okay, so wait, hold on. Are those
shiny-
rule changes actually going to happen?
Yes,
here?
they are confirmed. They're in the new rule book.
God damn it.
Oh my god.
I don't like these new rules.
I don't either, honestly. I don't like the first player can't draw his 6th card. It makes me
I
really
don't
upset.
mind it. But yeah. But I
Of course,
feel
parody is just one less card to have.
it's it makes the game even.
And that was the nerd mating call, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, if you're afraid but feel horny, don't worry. That just means you're a nerd.
Okay, so I feel like the new rule changes, like it hurts a lot of decks, it doesn't hurt a lot of decks. A lot of decks want to go second, I like OTK it. Because
Well,
what
what
about
about
the card? For the first player turn, it can help like a big deck that doesn't really always need a 6 card. Evil Swarms. They can just go Ophion, I'm good first turn.
Yeah, but they can't Ophion set 5 at this point anymore like they used to.
They don't need an Ophion set 5. They can
It's
Ophion
Ophion?
set 4.
But I don't know.
No, that's still 6.
No,
You
because
can't-
you overlay 2 monsters to get an Ophion, so there's 2 monsters away. But
Yeah, and then set 4, so that's a total 6 cards right there.
Oh, so 7.
Set
no,
3.
No, you search your other one with Ophion, you search your Pandemic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I don't know. It's gonna. Plus, you can have like both players can have build spells on the field.
That's kind of dumb.
It's gonna make it to where people will have to play Misties and stuff. They can't play Close Forest, and they can't play, you know.
They can still play Close Force.
Doesn't want to get rid of the other field spell.
They have to get rid of our field spell, then actually Close Forest, and then they're
Oh, I thought one of the rulings was you could have 2 field spells.
yeah, you can, but the thing is, Close Forest doesn't allow you to activate other field spells.
Oh, is that what it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, once you clear that field spell and activate Close Forest, you're good.
Yeah, and they're changing another rule in the OCG, so we haven't got this announced for the TCG yet, which is cards that used to say till the end of the turn. That'll literally mean till you pass your turn to your opponent, which means you can't drop. Which means you can Valor, like Yamato, and you can do it with Justice, and you could what else? Oh, like Lance and Dress and all that.
That stays
That'll go
until the end of the
very
start of
end.
your turn.
Yes.
Okay. Now, real quick, are there any decks that we want to play that we wish we could play, just don't have the
Infernities.
No, they could be good with the ban list.
No, I mean completely, like, if there was a deck that you could play where it had more support or some things came off the ban list, like from the past that you could play right now, that you want to play, something that you're like, oh, I wish this was better so I could play it. What deck would that be?
Well, I know Mikey wants to play GBs.
No, I hate GBs. Terrible deck.
Well,
He probably still has the entire deck just sitting there.
Agents, honestly. I want to play Agents again. That deck is so good. It's so
So isn't
fun.
it still good?
No, not worth.
Not worth.
It's not strong enough.
What do you wish that they could have that would make it better, Senga?
Sangan. Yeah, Sangan.
Okay, I will agree with that.
If Sangan came back, I would just play Agents again. Sangan is the only thing that I needed, because it let me switch on my Herald Orange Light all the time. And plus, Call of the Haunted Sangan all day, every day.
Is there any other deck that you wish you could kind of play that you could play in the meta today?
I don't know. The decks that I really like to play, Inzectors and Evil Swarmers, which I played Evil Swarmers and did okay with them. I play Inzectors and I'm doing really well with them. Can't really think of anything else that I would really want to play.
Cookie Cutter.
Cookie Cutter, yeah, janky ass cake Cookie Cutter. Chaos decks, that's what I'm gonna play.
Wabi-Kun, anything that you want to play?
Cat.
Cat
Sabers.
Cat Sabers? Okay, that sounds good. I myself, everybody here.
Final countdown.
You're one of them.
He's one of them. One of them troll players. The kind who goes to regionals with Chamber and it takes like top 10.
Hey, I'm not that dick that goes to like a Nats and goes, oh, I'm not playing Nurseburg for this format.
Oh, swag, dude. Like.
For me, I kind of wish I could play more of the Destiny Hero stuff. And
just play Nurseburg.
Destiny Hero, you'll get this commander back.
Yes.
Won't ever happen because it's too strong.
Too strong.
Well, in Destiny Heroes, you have everything.
They draw and they get their big monsters out. Yeah.
I mean, you have every card that was banned or limited out now except for this commander. That's it, right?
Yeah. At least 3.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
3.
So the deck itself is okay. You just even with this commander, I don't think that deck would be good. I think this commander would be played in other stuff more.
Yeah.
It's just the next too slow.
Yeah, you need more support.
And of course, I'm already playing Battle Monsters. I kind of wish there was more stuff for that too.
Yeah.
Trolls need more stuff. They need more BOP.
Shut up.
Alright, folks. Unfortunately, we're going to have to cut this down to right now. We appreciate you if you stayed and watched the entire video or just listened to us. You know, the three of us ramble here. 1, 2, 3 on post. But we once again like to thank you for joining us for this incredible little evening, even though there were only 3 of us. Unfortunately, this might be the only 3 that you might be able to talk to. We might get 1 or 2 people back in. The rest of them are being dumb or have jobs.
Yeah, well, when Gabe's not working, he's here.
Yeah.
James ain't working, he's here.
Alright, but we'll see you once again. I have been Don Mantoray. With me has ever been the sultry EgoBoost.
Thanks, Don.
And of course, the child, the baby of the bunch, Wabi-Kun. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us. Y'all have a good day. Goodbye.
Alright, so a long time ago, I used to I still do it sometimes, but I used to put pictures on this shit, and they used to fucking take pictures from here and put it on this, like, page on Facebook.
Okay.
And it's mostly, like, there's a few of them, but it's, like, scene emo punk goth of the new Heller, and then there's one that's just, like, a scene punk scene or something. And Gabe was on one of those pages, and he seen all of my old pictures on there, and he was just like, is that Tim? So he calls me, he's like, are you on this page? I was like, yeah, so I used to do modeling for this page. I didn't get anything out of it, but because of that, I got so much hype, and I got tons of friends on Facebook that a lot of them don't even